Cancer, you are up for the January Love Energy reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Okay. So we're still in December. All of the December readings are up. The general, the love, and the money. For January, the general readings are already up for all of the signs. Obviously, this is the love reading. Once I finish with these for all of the signs, then I will start the money readings. Also, I've been doing a lot of collective readings lately. I did a new moon in Capricorn reading earlier today. So whatever reading you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person here reading the energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said all that, let's go ahead and get into the reading. May I have the energy for Cancer for January? May I have the energy for Cancer for January? May I have the energy for Cancer for January? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? What is it that Cancer needs to hear? Okay, that's a lot, but I'm going to go ahead and take them. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. What's at the bottom of the deck? Ooh, soulmates at the bottom of the deck. The plot thickens. It says, great connection, relationship. So soulmates at the bottom of the deck. Now, the three cards that came out, first card is dark male. Dark male, darker than lighter. So dark male. Some of you are dealing with a dark male, or you are a dark male. The second card that came out, and I love this, is travel. Travel. And it says vacation, honeymoon, enjoyment, travel. And the third card to come out is young male. Young male. So it says sporty, cars, youthful. So some of you may be dealing with a young, dark male. So keep that in mind. Something was telling me to take a card from here. So and I'm just going to pick, which I have no idea what's going to come out, but something told me to take a card. So I'm trying to see what feels right, which is why I'm feeling on this deck. Wait a minute. Hold on. I feel like it's... I'm trying to get it, because I think it's this one. Hold on. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, it says a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Wow. Who's that for? I wonder who that's resonating with. Let me read this again. It says, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So this really is a soulmate connection. All right, let's get some cards. Add some color to this. May I have the energy for Cancer? Or let me rephrase. May I have the love energy for Cancer for January? May I have the love energy for Cancer for January? May I have the love energy for Cancer for January? If the cards will bend, there we go. Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table? Whoa. Okay, Seven of Wands energy. Starting off with that. So some of you, I feel like you're being very strong with holding to what you want in a relationship and what you want in a person. Like the qualities and features and things like that. I feel like there isn't a lot of room for compromise on that. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Okay, for 2 pages. Someone might be researching you, or you might be researching them. Thank you. Where's that at? There we go. But whatever this is, I feel like you're going to be very protective of it. I don't know why. With this particular card at the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is usually the wounded warrior. Also, it can be about setting boundaries. But I don't know why. When I looked at this card, I thought of protection. Meaning that you're willing to fight to protect this relationship. I don't feel like you're fighting for someone. Now, someone could be fighting for you, but I'm not really getting that. My thing is, I feel like this relationship, if you are single and you end up dealing with this person, I feel you're going to be very protective of the relationship. Like, for example, you more than likely will not put it all over the internet because you don't really want people to know who you're dating. You may not really tell your family about the individual until you feel the time is right. And also, where is something about, this is so weird, it's something about, you know that you may have to defend them to someone, but you want to make sure they're worth defending. Like, you don't want to put yourself out there and then it doesn't work out, if that makes sense. Like in the early stages where it's like, oh, this is my man, this is my woman, da-da-da-da. You need to be respectful, whatever type of thing. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that goes on with friends and family and everything else when a new person comes into the picture. And you pretty much trying to lay down ground rules and defend and protect this person, whether or not they need protecting. And then it doesn't work out. And then you're like, okay, why did I do all of that? I feel you're going to let this take its course. It's going to be on cruise control. And after a while, then you'll go ahead and let more people know. But honestly, I feel like, I don't want to say a secret, because that's not really it. It's just more of, it won't be public. Like, if somebody asks you, are you in a relationship, you'll say yes, but if you won't volunteer the information. That's what I'm saying. So yeah. Now, let's go through some of these cards right quick, because quite a few came out. Do you know we have 3 pages here? We have the Page of Pentacles, which came out first. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the Page of Wands. That's a lot. Now, I'm going to throw something out here. Somebody might have multiple children. I'm just saying. Somebody might have multiple children. So we have fire, air, and earth. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But we have 3 pages here. Now, another way to look at all of this energy is that this relationship makes you feel like a kid again, like both of you feel like kids, like high school sweethearts or something. Or you could actually be high school sweethearts for some of you. Or maybe there's somebody that you met or that you're having a reunion with in high school. I'm going to pull a few more cards now, but before I do that, I have to cover these two. The King of Pentacles came out, which is Taurus energy. Some of you could be dealing with the Taurus. And also the Nine of Cups came out, which is wish fulfillment. So whatever this is wish fulfillment. I honestly feel something is saying to me, because I'm going back to this card, this message for you, where someone is saying that they're thinking about you right now. Your love fills them with light. I honestly feel for some of you, whatever this connection is the connection that you've always dreamed about. Because in previous connections, it was like you were the one giving everything. You were giving everything, and then the other person was not giving back as much as you were giving. And then that made the relationship or the connection unbalanced. But in this particular connection, you have someone who thinks about you a lot and thinks the world of you. And they recognize your value. They see your worth. And because of that, that is one of your wish fulfillments, where it's like, will somebody finally see my worth? And with this connection, and especially with it being a soulmate, that's where you're at. Possibly in the previous connection, you were dealing with an Ice King. Someone who didn't show any emotion when you were dealing with that person. But now, which is under that card, under the Ice King, is freedom. Now you have your freedom because you left the Ice King. And you decided to pursue something that works better for you, where your worth will be recognized, where there's reciprocity in the relationship. And again, it was more than likely a past love. When it comes to that part. But there's a new connection now. Now, I will throw this out here. That new connection could be the old connection. And I'll tell you why. Because of Mercury retrograde. Somebody from your past, is possible for some of you, obviously not for all of you, where they could come back in a different energy. And they're ready to give more. They're ready not to be the Ice King anymore. Is what they're ready to do. So that could be the case. But honestly, I feel like a good bit of you are moving on to something else, to another connection. And this connection is the one that is wish fulfillment. That's what I'm getting. Let me go ahead and just take one or two more cards right quick, and we'll close it out. Thank you. What is that? Two of Wands. So you're thinking about the long term. Somebody just had to fly a plane over right now. It's literally 12 degrees outside. You would, whatever. But yeah, Two of Wands. So this is more fire energy. And this is more energy in regards to making choices and long-term planning. And this is also about expansion. And for some of you, you have the world in your hands. Now, I'm going to go back because this world card is showing, or the world is showing in this card. I'm going back to travel. Don't forget that the Two of Wands is a travel card. Now, for some of you, you may end up meeting this person while you're traveling, if you haven't already. For others of you, you may want to travel together and see the world together. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. May I have one more card, please? Thank you. You gave me two, but I'll take it. All right. And isn't that something? You're freeing yourself. You see how the Eight of Swords is right here? Being in a cage, but it's self-imprisonment. And I told you we were talking about the world, and then the world card comes out. Where you're graduating, you're going to another level. And also travel. There will possibly be a lot of travel happening for you in the future. Because now I have two confirmations. But at one point, you allowed yourself to stay in a cage, but now you're stepping out into the world, is what you're doing. Let me check the bottom of the deck. I'm curious. Yeah, transformation, the death card, Scorpio energy. Some of you might be dealing with Scorpio. So with that transformation, it comes elevation is what will happen. This wish fulfillment right here is what you've always wanted in a relationship. I think I'm going to title this that, what you've always wanted in a relationship. All right, so that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried in on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, be blessed.